On today's Toy Spot, we're going to be looking at the Marvel Legends Sentinel series. This is the first appearance of Spider-Man. And as indicated on the package, collect all 7 Sentinel series figures and build your own giant 16-inch Sentinel. Watching these reviews, we've already built 3 pieces, the lower torso and 2 legs of Sentinel, so all we have to do is add the upper torso and 2 arms, and we're done. Superposable 42 points of articulation on this Spider-Man. On the back of the package, the other figures in this wave are Cyclops, of course Spider-Man, Mystique, Omega Red, Black Panther, Mr. Sinister, and finally Angel. Read up on Spider-Man says, a comic book icon worldwide, Spider-Man's message is clear. With great power comes great responsibility. For over 30 years, Peter Parker, an ordinary boy transformed into an extraordinary hero from the bite of a radioactive spider, has thrilled fans of all ages. Through all of Spider-Man's exciting adventures and sensational battles with sinister supervillains, young Peter Parker still relates to as many fans as he tries to maintain some semblance of a normal life. And classic drawing of Spider-Man on the top corner there. But that's packaging on Spider-Man. What we'll do, we'll get this package opened up. You already know where this is going. We'll open up the package, we have a better look at the figure, and we'll also include another piece of Sentinel to our ongoing project. So stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. One of the nicest things that Spider-Man comes with is, if you guys can see it, Amazing Fantasy number 15, the first appearance of Spider-Man. Now, some people might already have this in trade paperback form. If you have $1 bazillion, you probably already have the first issue. But this is nice for the Poe folk out there who can't afford to get the original comic. Spider-Man does come with the first appearance of Spider-Man. So I think that's kind of neat. I like that. In the way of his collect and connect piece, oh, I said it. I knew I was going to slip up sooner or later. The Build-A-Figure piece that Spider-Man comes with is, of course, the upper torso of Sentinel. Looking very intimidating. What we'll do, checklist time, we'll take the lower half of Sentinel, get around the light here, and we'll take the upper half of Sentinel. And a little wiggling, a little finagling, and there we've got a very, very substantially large figure, as you can see. Very large. Obviously you won't see all of it in this video, but we got 2 pieces left, guys. 2 pieces, and then Sentinel here will be finished. Oh, I'm excited. The Spider-Man figure also comes with a stand that you've seen with all the other Marvel Legends figures. Oh, there goes Spider-Man. Speaking of stand, I probably certainly needed the stand in that case. You can mount it onto your wall via nail or tack, thumbtack. Some people prefer thumbtacks to nails. You can use a screw as well. 2005. But he does come with a display stand. We'll just put right there for a second. And let's have a look at poor Spider-Man that fell. Now, Spider-Man here, of course, is featured from his first appearance, or his earlier design. Most notable, the smaller eyes that Spider-Man had. Every time I look at this figure, it always reminds me of the old 60s Spider-Man cartoon. I always watched that when I came home, I think at lunch at school. When I came home from lunch, I always watched that cartoon. He doesn't have the familiar blue and red costume in this figure. In fact, he has the black and red, which actually is a nice change. If you have several Spider-Man figures, certainly as much as they can change, sometimes the same design gets very tiresome. Speaking of same design, Spider-Man is also sporting his webbing under his arms. It's not quite sitting right here on his head, but I like that they've thrown it in there. I normally, if that was on a Spider-Man figure, I would take it off completely, but the fact it's on the first appearance Spider-Man figure is a piece that I would keep on. Paint is really clean. What I like about this Spider-Man is the fact that his webbing isn't just painted on. He's actually got the webbing crafted, actually sculpted into the mask, sculpted into the costume. So there is actually a textured feel to it, which I really like. Obviously, Spider-Man, a lankier build than some of the other Marvel Legend figures out there, which is only fitting. In the way of his articulation, he has quite a bit of articulation in the head via a pin and socket joint. He's got the additional articulation in the underarm area here, allowing him for a much wider arm span. He also has the ball jointed shoulders. You can rotate at the bicep, 2 points of articulation in the elbow. You can bend the hand, rotate the forearm. The individual fingers can be articulated. He has a mid-torso crunch. You can rotate at the waist. You can bend the legs back and forth in and out. Rotate at the thigh. You can bend the knees at 2 points. Rotate the calf. You can bend the foot and bend the toe. A slight bit of wiggling in the foot left and right, but again, it could stem from really how they've built the figure, not so much as an intended piece of articulation. I will tell you this, it's not my favorite Spider-Man, but I think for the fact it's a first appearance Spider-Man, I do like this figure quite a bit. It's got a very iconic, classic look to it. For that reason, again, not one of my favorite Spider-Mans, but a Spider-Man I do like quite a bit. For that reason, this Spider-Man, I'm going to give this Spider-Man a 6. I'm going to give him a 6. But that was a toy spot. Today we were looking at the first appearance Spider-Man from the Marvel Legends Sentinel series. And with that, we've got 2 figures left. 2. You collect this, you probably know the last 2 figures. We're going to do 2 more reviews. Then we're going to finally do a review, a throwback on the Marvel Legends Sentinel. So there's still a lot more coming up, guys. And in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.